everything. I'm tired. Ooh, let me get my lighting together. Goodness, how we gonna do this? Okay. You got me with no makeup again. Let me see how I should do this so that I don't look like a total auntie. But the lips are luscious again tonight. Oh, what was I about to say? What day is this? It's day 3. And what? Okay, anyway. Okay. Let me get all my giggles out. Hello, diary readers, new and old, and everyone in between, and welcome to day 3 of our LIVEMAS. I am posting late. I'm posting late because your girl was tired. It is very possible that I have bitten off more than I can chew, but it's a fun thing that I'm trying this year, and it is showing itself to be challenging only because of my responsibilities I already have, as a mom of a high-risk baby, with Aston's special care needs. I'd be pretty drained. I don't want to have, I'm trying to wear my cardigan and keep me warm, but I don't want to be looking too frumpy. All right, boom, boom, boom. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, I'm tired. You see, I got my nails done. I got my nails done today. Let me tell you, I am in love. I'm in love with the French manicure. I've been doing it for weeks. There we go. I'm like, the lighting was not doing what it was supposed to do. I'm trying to see if this headband is a bit much, but I'm getting ready to go to bed, so I actually don't care. Sorry if I'm rambling, but I am really tired. I did not take a nap at all today. I've been up since around 6 this morning. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. All right, let me wake up, so we can do this. Yeah, tomorrow is another busy day, so I'm going to do what I can. What I've noticed, the trick of liveness is you have to pre-record and pre-edit in advance. Of course, you're not going to be able to edit all of your videos in advance unless you literally record everything the month before and already edit them and then just dump them all 25 days of December. You can do that. But if you're being more authentic, closer to the actual each day of in the month of December, then the trick is as you're recording, be editing as you're recording. So let's say I was recording me doing something today, put it in the video editor, and whenever I have free time, just do little edits throughout the day. That way, when that day comes for that to be posted, you already got most of the edits done, and then you just do the finishing work. So I've been doing that a little bit, but it's just challenging to pick up the camera and just start recording. So a lot of my videos are going to be, I'm a homebody and I'm not working right now. So a lot of my videos are going to be talking. But then again, that's what I always do, and I'm always talking. That's why y'all here. Y'all want to hear what I got to say. And speaking of what I got to say, you want me to tell you about the time that your girl was a kleptomaniac? What? Is there anything that I just have not been involved in? Oh my goodness. And then I think tomorrow And then I think tomorrow's live, I'm going to do the story time about like my first time experimenting with, recreational drugs. I think that'll be the one for tomorrow because I'm trying to shift the focus to like all areas of my life. Like I don't like talking too heavily about relationships, like I don't want to always be making things like sexualizing things too often. Like obviously that has been a part of my life, but that's not the full aspect. So I just want to continue to show you, different sides of me. And I also, maybe one of my lives, I'll do it. I was going to say I'll do it like a TM tag, but I think I just want to do an actual video on that. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, but you keep finding yourself coming to my channel more than once, more than twice, more than a few times, then you need to hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell so you can be notified each and every time I post. And check out the community because I do like post there and stuff, and I want to do a poll where like I ask you what story times you want to hear, and I also just want to ask you like polls and questions and stuff. And if you're checking into the community, then you can see and then you can respond because I want to see what kind of questions you guys have for me. Like I really want to do Q&As. I still need to do a pregnancy Q&A. And I want to do a first time mommy video, like things that I've learned. It's getting close to 2 years. So yeah, I'm going to share just little things that I learned and, gadgets that I've used. But yeah, let's dive into this story time. Have you been enjoying the story so far? What have I told you? I know I told you last night. I told you about my first boyfriend who I met online. And what did I tell you before that? I actually don't know. Oh, I think I was just talking about like forgiveness. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, your girl used to be a kleptomaniac, right? Ooh, goodness. Yeah. Okay, so growing up, now get ready. I sound like Bishop T.D. Jakes. Get ready. Whether you here for the tea or you here for the juice, you're about to get your thirst quenched. So let's get into it. Your girl, growing up, I used to love to follow my mom everywhere she went. Whenever she would go to the store, I always wanted to go with her. And of course, I would always ask her to buy me things when I was in the store. And of course, my mom is so sweet and nice. So she would gracefully tell me no. But what she would actually say is, not this time. So I'm a kid and I'm thinking, okay, next time. Eventually over years, I realized next time was never going to come because I'm like, she keeps telling me that. So you know what I had to do? I took it upon myself to take. I would go to the stores with my mom and I would ask nicely, well, like a typical kid, oh, can I have this? Oh, can I have this? Can you buy me this? And she just sit it to the side like most parents do. And she'll just be like, next time. And my mom's so sweet and I'm over here believing her because why? She doesn't seem deceiving, like she doesn't have a deceptive voice. So she's like, next time. And then I'm realizing over time, next time has yet to come. If I want it, I gotta take it. And that's what I started to do as a kid, like as a little kid. And I remember so vividly, I don't know, I think this was like the first time I started taking. We were at Target. Target. Now, growing up, my family was a Walmart family. Like, my mama loved going to Walmart. And I used to call it the Star Store, before I could read, like when I was real little. And then I started calling it the Wall. But anyway, this night, we happened to be in Target. So it was my mom, my second eldest sister, and my third eldest sister. And then I think my brothers might have been there, but I don't remember. I just remember them specifically, because they were vital. They were important to the story, to my memory. And so what happened? And then, of course, it was me. And so I saw this doll, and it was like a miniature American Girl doll. If you know, back in the day, American Girl dolls were really popular. They might still be popular nowadays, but I just don't pay attention. And so anyway, so it was like a miniature American Girl doll, and it was so cute, and I wanted it so bad. And so I took it. I didn't try, I did take it, but I tried to hide it. I tried to hide it under my clothes. And so we were checking out, and then I looked at the metal detectors. Keep in mind, I'm a little kid. And I'm looking at the metal detectors, and I'm like, how am I going to get out of the store and get past these metal detectors without them going off? And so I'm just like super nervous the entire time that we're in checkout, okay? And so I'm just like, all I'm doing is like my eyes are fixed on the exit. So once they're kind of like wrapping it up, like everybody just in their own world, like talking to each other. No, everybody's present, talking to each other, right? Having a good time at the checkout register. I'm in my own little world fixated on how not to get caught. And so as they're wrapping up, I start walking ahead of them because I'm like, okay, this is me. This is my mindset as a child. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to walk around the metal detectors. That way, it won't be able to go off. I'm thinking if I don't walk straight through it, it won't be able to detect anything. I'll just go walk around it. And so I don't even know where I had that doll hiding. I think it was probably in like the sleeve of my coat, because it was like cold that time because we were wearing coats and jackets. And so I remember walking ahead of them, and I tried to walk around the metal detector, and then my family wasn't too far behind me, and then the machine went off, but I just kept walking. And then I looked back behind me, and my second eldest sister was making a big scene, and she was kind of like yelling at my third older sister. And she's like, oh, you took something. The alarm is going off because of you. And so I'm just standing there quietly on the other side, like on the exit side now, like, in the foyer going outside. Because I'm like, okay, I made it past, the alarm went off, but now there's this big commotion. And so they think that it's my older sister took something. And so everybody's like looking, and they're doing a whole big big scene or whatever. Of course, obviously they checked and she didn't have anything. And so I just kept walking, and we went on about our night. And I just remember my third eldest sister, like I don't want to say their names. So my second eldest sister, we'll call her Mimi. And then my third eldest sister, we'll call her Kay. And so, So I remember Kay being so upset because one of her pet peeves, she hates being accused of anything that she knows she has not done. To this day, she hates slander and people putting mud on her name. Like, she does not like that. And so she was so heated that Mimi accused her of stealing. And of course, not just that, she did it publicly in front of everyone. And so I think when we got home, at some point I eventually told Kay the truth, because what I liked to do when I would take things, I like to show it off. And I would never say, I would never use the word I stole this or I took this. I would always use the word I got this. Because I'm like, I did get this, I got it by force, sneaky, underhandedly. But I never used the word I bought this, I purchased this, or I stole this, or I took this. I would always just say, I got this, That way it's kind of like ambiguous. I was like, even at a young age, I was always very tricky and manipulative. And so I think I wanted to brag about it and show it off. And I'm like, look what I got. And then she like, where did you get that? And eventually I told her, like, I took it from the store. And she was so upset because she got accused for something that I did. So over the years, I didn't just stop with stores. Of course, I was a kid, so I was always stealing toys. But as I got older, I started taking other things. And so, like, if I was with friends, I would take things that they had that I liked. And then one time, I was in the store with my sister Kay, and we were taking toys. Like we were like preteens. We were either preteens or like full blown teenagers. Probably preteens. Yeah, I think we were preteens at this point. Like about to be going into high school. But yeah, and so I just remember like we were at Kmart and we were stealing dolls. I still played with dolls up until my freshman year of high school. And so we were picking the dolls that we wanted, and they were like Bratz dolls. Like those were really popular and hot at the time. So we were picking these Bratz dolls that we wanted. Because, like I had confessed to her over the time, over the years, like I'd be shoplifting and I'd be getting away with it. So I got her to get in on it with me. Like that's bad, but yeah. And yeah, because I tell her like I get away with it, like I haven't gotten caught yet. So she's doing it with me, and we're taking the things that we want, and we like, this is embarrassing because it was so sloppy. Like it was not strategic at all, and it's like the only way you got caught is because people like literally just did not care. So we took these dolls that we wanted, and we ran into the girls' room. We ran into the girls' room, took them out of the packaging, took them out of the wrapper, and like just stuffed them in our clothes, like just hid them in our clothes and just covered up. And then she came and she told me, like, I think once we got home, she told me, she's like, if we're going to be like taking things and getting whatever we want, why are we not getting real stuff? She's like, we could be getting clothes, shoes, bags. And like I was thinking small time, and she's like showing me like, oh, we could get whatever we want. If we're gonna do this, do it all the way and do it right. And I'm like, yeah. Cause like I was like a preteen, like I didn't really care about that stuff. Like I was pretty much a tomboy growing up, honestly. I didn't really become feminine until like I got my breasts. Like once I had big boobs, I'm like, okay, I gotta be a girl now because I have these big boobs. But anyway, so yeah. So I'm like, yeah, she's right. So then that's what we elevated to doing next. So we would go to the stores, and then we would start taking clothes and shoes. So of course we would have to go into the stores with like bags, and it would be so obvious because you walk into the store with this flat bag and you walk out and the bag is stuffed, okay? So I never really like would put clothes on, because I know some shoplifters, they would just put the clothes on and then put their regular clothes on top. I didn't do that. I just would put my stuff in the bag. That's what I would do. So I would go into the change room. So let's say like I brought 5 things or 7 things in the changing room, and I took 3 or 4 of them. That way it don't look like when I'm walking out, it don't look like, it still look like something. And I started getting a lot of people to do it with me. Like I had my older sister Kay do it with me, and then I had 2 of my girlfriends do it with me, and then we started elevating again. We started hitting up more important stores. Like we went from Kmart to hitting up Macy's. And like I said, it wasn't just the stores. I started like, if I was hanging out with my girlfriends, like I remember one time I took this camera that my girlfriend had, because, I always loved taking pictures and doing videos, even when I was younger. I was like, ooh, she has a real camera. So I took it. And then karma kicked in. When I was out one day, me and my girlfriend was hanging out with these dudes. One of them stole the camera from me. It was so lame. I was like, ew, you're like really broke. Even though I stole, but I'm like, dude, if you steal from a girl, you like, it's a serious problem. Like you broke. Like, I don't like dirty boys. But anyway, the point is, so yeah, so I started getting a lot of my friends to like do it with me. And it just would be like this thing. Like, we was just like this shoplifting, like, entourage. And yeah, and I'm trying to think, where else would we go? I remember, okay, when I finally got caught, because I was so arrogant, because I had gone all these years and I had never gotten caught. And so I finally got caught at Kohl's. So it was me and my girlfriend at the time. And she was like, we both were like bad girls. Okay. And so I would brag to her about all the things I would take. And I'd be like, yeah, I get this, I get that. I don't pay for none of it. It's all free, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and I never get caught. I would brag. I'm like, I'm a professional. I'm a pro. And so, yeah, so we were hanging out one day and we had, oh my goodness, let me tell you. I had my mom drive us to Kohl's because, like I said, I was very manipulative and I was a compulsive LIAR. I could just tell you the most believable stories. So I had my mom take us to Kohl's under the impression that we're genuinely going in there to like window shop or buy something. So she dropped us off. She had to go run some errands. And we're like, we're going to call you when we're done. And I'm up in Kohl's. I'm so arrogant and high-minded because I've never gotten caught over the years at this point. And I'm telling her like, oh, yeah, just take whatever you want. This is how you do it, blah, blah, blah. I'm walking in and out of the fitting rooms. I'm super obvious, okay? I'm walking in and out of the fitting room, stuff in my bag, blah, blah, blah. I always look for tags. I would always look for tags. But I was so arrogant. I was taking stuff even with tags on, and I was like, like pop them tags, pop them tags. And then I saw people that I knew from school because, like, we were teenagers at this point. We were in high school. I saw fellow classmates. So I'm up in there hugging people, dapping people up, like, acting like I'm a celebrity up in there. I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? My girlfriend at this point, she is over me because she's like, you're drawing way too much attention, which is rule number one. Get in, get out. Don't be drawing attention. You up in there, hey, hi, how you doing? Now everybody looking at you because you over here acting like you a little celebrity or something. So that's what I was doing. I was like thinking like I'm untouchable. So I'm like saying hi to the people that I know from school and I'm talking blah, blah, blah. And this is when I stepped outside myself. I was standing in the shoe aisle. I saw a pair of shoes I liked. I didn't even look around me or anything. I knew there was a camera above my head. In the corner of my eye, there was a camera above my head. And then there was a lady, secret shoppers. There was a lady like to the side of me, in front of me. And I knew she was a secret shopper and I knew it was a camera over my head. But I was so like high-minded. I took the shoes, put it in my bag in public in front of everybody, and walked off. And then my girlfriend, she walks up to me and she's like, there's a camera right above your head. And I'm like, I know. And we just go to walk out the store. And then this lady grabs me. Well, she didn't grab me. She grabbed my bag as I was walking out the store. And she's like, where do you think you're going? You're not going anywhere, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I need you to come back inside with me. And then my girlfriend, she already started walking out. I think she was ahead of me, so she had already made it out. And so I'm like, let go of me, because it's like, at this point, I'm like, dang, somebody finally like get caught up with me. And like, I was a hothead back then, remember? I had a little temper on me, so I was just irritated because I'm like, don't touch me. And she's like, I'm not touching you, I'm touching your bag. And I'm like, don't touch my bag. And keep in mind, I'm this scrawny little teenager, like the only thing that's big on me is my breasts. Like I'm a scrawny little teenager, like I was really small. And so I'm like talking smack, and then finally the thought kicked in, like, why are you wasting time talking to her? Like, the police are gonna be here any moment. You wasting time. You need to go. My girlfriend took off. She took off. She held on to her bag and she just took off. And so I dropped my bag. I was like, look, they can keep it. I dropped my bag and then I took off with her. And we were in the suburbs. This is so embarrassing. So we were at Kohl's in the suburbs. And it wasn't really a lot of places to go because it was just like, well, I guess technically, yeah, but it's not like a lot of places to hide because it was a lot of restaurants and stores right there where we were. Like it was a shopping center. And so we just run in and we don't know where we're going. And then the police get up there. But we already left like, oh, let me wrap this up because the battery is low. But yeah, so we had already left. And we trying to find some place to hide. And I remember it was like this senior living building, and we're like pulling on the door, but obviously it's like a residency. You have to have like a key pass to get in. Like you have to actually live there, work there to get in. So we like pulling on the door. We trying to find some place to hide. My mom calls up my girlfriend. My girlfriend panics because she's just a teenager and adrenaline is running. She don't know what to do. So she just hands me the phone. She's like, Medina, I can't. This is your mom. I can't. She's like, talk to her. And so like I talked to my mom and my mom's like, what's going on? Where are you, girl? She's like, I'm here at the entrance. And she's like, there's police everywhere. What's going on? And I know I'm always quick on my feet, but I had nothing to say at that point because I'm like, what the freak am I going to tell her? Like, like all my storytelling abilities, I was drew blank. I couldn't think of what to tell her. So I'm just over here, I'm on the phone like, well, and then the police. So we're still at the senior living residency at this point because we're trying to find some place to hide. And we're just lost. Because at this point, it's nothing but open fields. So we can easily be seen like two little black girls. Like we stand out and they gonna find us. And so I'm just stuttering, don't know what to tell her. The police pull up on us now. And I'm like, okay, Mom. I'm like, okay, Mom, the police, they're going to say that we did something, but we didn't do it. And you can't believe them. And so I'm just saying anything, not knowing what to say at this point. And so the police come up on us and they like bum rush us and they're like all up in our face and stuff. And I'm 17 at this point, and in the state of Illinois, you can legally be tried as an adult at the age of 17. My girlfriend, she was still 16. She didn't turn 17 yet. So I was really nervous. But like I said, I was a hothead, and I was young, and the police pulled up on us, and they like, I forget what they said initially to us, but I was like talking smack to them too, just like I was talking smack to the lady at the store. And so I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Just a whole bunch of dumb stuff. I'm just like making up stuff. I'm like, I'm going to call the news and the media and let them know how the Chicago police get down, but this is the suburbs. I got to wrap the story up because this battery is going to die. I need to charge this laptop. But anyway, so the point is, sorry I'm talking fast because I got to wrap this up now. He's like, this the suburbs. He's like, this ain't the Chicago police. He like, this ain't the CPD. And so they threw us in the back of the car and stuff. And I'm just feeling so dumb. And like, I already knew everything. Like, I'm like, you knew it was a secret shopper. She was looking dead at you. You put the shoes in your bag in front of the freaking camera that was right above your head. You caused the whole scene. And you left the evidence at the scene of the crime. Like, it's over for you. But thank goodness I had Jesus in my life. I knew the Lord at a young age, so I just started praying because I knew there was no way I could get about this situation. So, thank goodness the Lord answered my prayer, and I did not have to go to jail. I did get processed, but since I was technically still a juvenile, it was sealed. Thank goodness. But yeah, so I was at the police station, and I had to do a whole mug shot. And you know me, I was like a feminine girly. And I'm like, I'm not going to take one of those ugly mug shots that people always take where you look stupid. But I was like, I don't want to look smug and arrogant either. Like, you got to play it right. I was like, so I don't want to like smile, but I also don't want to not smile. So I kind of smirked. So, yeah. But the point is, my mom came up there, to the police station. It was raining, so she came up there with her umbrella. One of the detectives told her, he was like, if you want to hit her with that thing, it's okay. He was like, we're going to look the other way. And before she got in there, like since I was talking smack to the police officers, the one dude, he ran up in the room on me. Remember, I'm just a 17-year-old teenage girl, and I'm really scrawny. Like, I was really small. And he just ran up in the room, like the interrogation room. He ran up in the room on me, and he was like, yeah, so what's all that smack you was talking, blah, 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 blah. And he was a white man with a bald head and these blue crystal eyes. Because I still remember, because he looked so angry and mean. And I was just thinking, like, boy, why you acting like I did something to you? Like, you acting like I, like, severely hurt you in some type of way. I was upset that I got caught. And so I was running my mouth. And so, you know, I had to play sweet. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm sorry. And he calmed down and stuff, because I was like faking like I was all, you know, sympathetic of what I had done. And so, yeah. And so when my mom got there, she's just really disappointed and shocked and surprised. And she like, what were you doing? She was like, so you and your friend planned on stealing and y'all used me as the getaway car? Like, she was mad. But she was just really more disappointed too. And then she asked me, she's like, why did you do that? Because like my parents, they always had money. Like they always took care of us. Like growing up, I didn't like to ask my dad for things because my dad was like really mean. So I would always try to avoid him. So if I needed something, I just didn't want to be around him because he was just really negative and mean and angry all the time. So if I wanted something, I would just go get it on my own. And so she asked me, she's like, what, Gus? And so I just couldn't really, I couldn't tell her. Like, I just couldn't really, I couldn't tell her. Like, yeah. So I have a hygiene routine that they don't care about in prison. You got to take quick showers. I don't know how I'm going to get my entire body cleansed in like 3 minutes. Not only that, you get raped and beat every day in prison, and no one is going to be raping me with no broomsticks or whatever else they got going on. And then I was like, and then the security guards up in there, they going to be raping you. And then I gotta fight every day. Who wants to do that? Like, who wants to wake up every day? You gotta fight. You gotta worry about getting raped. You gotta be dirty. And then you don't have your cycle. No, it's just it was too many things. It was too many scenarios. That's why I had to pray once I got raised out. God, I cannot go to prison. It's not possible.